Hello.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Good. Hey, can you close the door, please? Thank you. Yep, I'm good. Happy Monday. Admit. We got people coming in here.
How's everybody doing?
Just letting everybody in right quick. What's up, Isaac?
Hey, can you guys hear me? How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good, man. I was kind of MIA, but I'm back.
That's good.
Wait, hold on one sec. I'm on. I was on hold with Metro Tech, so if I go silent, it's because they're back. But
You're
yes, I was MIA for a little bit. Um, the like business wasn't really booming when I first started. There was a lot of things I didn't know, so I couldn't even like pay for my like dues and all that. So I just kind of had to take a step back, do some AWS like and HTML like freelancing. So I've just kind of managed to come back to real estate, and I'm ready to resume back full time. I'm happy to be here today.
all right. Perfect. Good happy.
Thank you very much.
Is it Daryl? How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Welcome.
Yes, thanks, thank you. Um, yeah, this is my first time here, so
Yeah.
what's it?
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from? How long you been in the business? All that.
I'm actually from New Jersey. I just signed up with EXP this month, so well, February. So I'm just learning, getting acquainted with all the systems we have.
Nice. What part of Jersey are you in?
Northern Jersey, in Irvington.
Okay. Yeah, the reason why we like to know is because we like to share referrals here. And so we like to know where our agents are and what markets you work and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yes, thank you.
All right, so what we're gonna do going down the line today, um, want to do it a little different. You can of course provide updates as to what took place in your business in the last week, but what I think would be helpful is for everyone to share something that is working very well for you and also share something that you would like to improve on in your business. I just want to say I got a good number of success journals from some of you, but I'm still missing a lot of them. So be sure to get your success journal in by Sunday of every week. Don't make it look like you're not doing anything in your business. And if you need to know where to find the success journals, just log into the Power Unit Coaching dashboard and you will see them in there. Okay, so let's start with Daniel.
How's it going?
Going
For
well.
this,
How are you?
doing good for this month. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's been a horrible month, personally and in business. Personally, I was doing a kitchen renovation that cost me $11,000 versus 6,000. So I lost 4,100 on that due to a contractor messing everything up. So financially, that kind of hurt. But still, I mean, blessed. It was a gift from my mom. Then the whole freeze thing happened, so that killed a lot of my momentum in real estate. Still getting the pre-approval letters, but once again, the pre-approval is nothing if I can't close the deals. I got two buyers that had to reschedule for this month to closing due to the disaster declaration. So now we're waiting on reappraisals, a broken pipe in one of the houses. Then I got a lot under contract, but it turns out that the guy might not be the owner of the lot. which is about a part of a church. I had already a feeling that the church one was going to be kind of tough because, you know, some of these the congregations are really big and everybody seems to have ownership of something. So, but it's turning out that it is an issue with the title. So I'm gonna try to see if I can fix that. I got some paperwork yesterday that I picked up. So with that being said, I do have about 4 buyers that I'm working with pre-approvals. I mean, it is crazy with some of these offers. I just not understanding. The comps are useless. You know, there's no point of doing a comp. You
Mhm.
do the comps and the house is worth like 180 and they're selling for like 220. So I mean, I'm not exaggerating either. I mean, there's houses that are selling off a busy road for like 200 plus, sight unseen and cash, unless the seller's lying, but they're saying that they got a cash, sight unseen, and waiving the appraisals. So I mean, with that type of competition, I mean, the type of clients that I work with are definitely never going to get into a decent home, you know, because these are nice homes as well. So now what I'm having to do is I'm really educating the buyers on the market trends. And like I said, I was reading this article. It might not be sustainable at these prices, but you know, it could take another month or two. I don't know. So I'm educating them about, you know, making offers, possibly sight unseen as well, willing to put up more earnest money, less option days, or work talking to my inspectors to see how busy they are, because I don't want to put a 3-4 day option period, or and I can't even get an inspector in there, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of educating them about the new market, and then kind of letting them know that, hey, you know, some of these other houses have a lot of potential. They're just not as nice. But I kind of see, you know, they're a little ugly. They're selling for like 190. With $10,000 more, you get a nicer one. So I kind of see the struggle in their minds, first-time home buyers and stuff like that. So it's really more of an education, helping them. Could be a little bit of frustrating because, you know, you're out there showing 3-4 houses. By the time you get a home, or you call your assistant to write up an offer, they got multiple offers, and then they already selected one. I don't know why the listing agent won't just say it. But
Yeah.
they bust out with, oh yeah, I got a over ask price cash and all this. I'm like, you know, you probably got that off the bat. You should have just, you know, told us. But either way, a little frustrating on that end. And then to add to some of the struggles here physically, during the weather storm like this, I have these really bad lower back pains where I got to get some epidural injections and be on some meds. So all of that just kind of kills the momentum in real estate for me in February. So not really a good February for me, but I think that March might be better since I'm getting some new pre-approved buyers that are on the higher price point. And then now I'm just kind of trying to switch it up a little bit on the buyers. I asked them if they trust me, can I put offers sight unseen for them? Because I see some properties hit the market the first day. By the time they respond and call me, it's like, you know, half of the day, and they want to go see it at 7. I'm like, I can't go see it at 7 o'clock, you know. So I'm telling them, hey, if you trust me enough, can I make an offer? I know your budget and I know what you're looking for. And if we can get under option period, I told them it still might be a long shot, but at least we got our offer in there, and it's a nice house. You know, there's no arguing about it. It's nice. It's a 200, 220, somewhere in between, and it's a nice neighborhood. Why do we need to go see it? We know that there's gonna have multiple offers, and they've already seen it. When we show up, there's like 6, 7 cars there. So I'm all like, there's no point. Let's just make the offer, and if we get it, great. We'll deal with it in the option period. But I mean, no listing agent is gonna put up a sorry house for 200 and, you know, 210, 220. They already know they're listed at market value and just gonna sell for more. So that's
Yeah.
where I'm at.
Yeah. Crazy times, crazy times. So what do you feel like is something that you're doing in your business that's working really well?
Well, I mean, I haven't done anything new as far as I'm just doing the same thing from last year. You know, I'm getting the referrals in. I get 5 to 7 referrals a month, same around the same price point. So my buyers, you know, my business is mainly buyers. You know, I'll get a listing here and there. So, but I think, you know, the asking for referrals and just kind of being really consistent with that. Mail outs. I think the mail outs for me work fine. I did the Redix, like I told you, I did the Redix again, and I just not feeling it. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cancel the Red-X, because I'm spending about $220 a month on that. Since I'm paying my assistant already, for her to do all my mail outs and all that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and reinvest that $220 into some mail outs. But I gotta create a campaign for listings, because I am seeing, wholesalers, they're all, I'm not, that's another thing, I don't even know what's going on with them wholesalers, but I be seeing a lot of wholesalers getting these properties. And I got a feeling they're just doing cold calls and mail outs. And I just feel like, I need to kind of get into that little market there. And I know mail outs for me work, I think that if I can keep doing the mail outs, I'll be reaching as many as phone calls, but I'm just going to be sending out my info. And I think I want to leverage my assistant to do that.
Yep.
So to me, I think mail outs is better. I think so personally.
Yep. Check out corefact.com for the listing or for your mail out campaigns, because they have lead generating tools on the actual postcards. And so I just dropped the name in the chat box. I think their postcards are phenomenal and they do a really great job. I think that they'll definitely help you out in what you're trying to do, like use the evidence of success ones, and automatically on the back of the postcard, they put things on there to kind of help you get interested sellers. Awesome.
I'd definitely try that.
Okay. Vicky, how you doing?
Hey guys, I'm good. How are you, Chasten?
Doing well. Welcome.
Thank you.
What's going on in your world?
Nothing.
Okay.
But that's okay. I am a dual careered agent, so my startup is taking a lot longer than I would have hoped it would.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you're talking to me when you say do your homework. I haven't done much of my homework. I honestly was just trying to learn all the systems, and I think I'm struggling with coming from the accounting world and knowing exactly what I'm doing before I start work, and then coming into real estate and not having a 100% grasp on everything, and then in turn trying to convince people to work with me when I don't feel like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Powerful.
But that's just, I think that's just new agent jitters. And I keep saying new agent, but I've had my license since July of last year. So I'm not that new anymore, but I still feel brand new. Like I hear Daniel talk and he knows so much, and I don't feel like I'm there yet. But that being said, I am learning all of the systems and things that EXP offers and all of that goodness.
Well, I'll give you a little, I don't know if you want to call this advice or just hopefully it's something that makes you feel better.
Okay.
I don't feel like any of us ever get to a point where we know it all. Just because there's so much in this business, and once you feel like you do get to that point, something changes. Now, the best thing that I can tell you to really focus on is learning how to capture business. Because I mean, you can learn a system all day and night. Next thing you know, another system is going to come along and you're going to be like, oh, this system sucks, I want to try this, whatever. It's always going to be something. But the comprehension, and I'm going to give y'all a couple of scripts today, but the comprehension of how a deal goes down, just the basics, that'll get you further than you can even imagine.
Okay.
All of that little nitpicky stuff. So for instance, at our firm, we use this system called KV Core. We use KV Core. I'll tell you, I know just enough in KV Core to do what I need to get done. And,
right.
And nothing more, because there's so much. There's so much in it. You're gonna spend countless hours. You're going to be spending your wheels trying to learn and all this stuff. And then you're going to realize, kind of like real estate school, when you look back 2 years and you're like, I haven't used nothing that they talked about in real estate school. I
No,
don't know any of that.
right.
But the thing that you need to know that's going to take you far in this is how to get business. I would focus 90% of your time on that and
Okay.
setting up like the referral-based business and lead generating versus all of those systems and stuff. If you need to get yourself busy and to stay busy, go into the power unit, go into power unit coaching. I'm gonna show you all right quick. I'll just share my screen because I'm sure there's more people who need to see this. Go into power unit coaching. On the dashboard, you're gonna come into accountability and go into this document, first 90 days. Okay,
Okay.
it's a very extensive document that'll guide you to getting into production in your first 90 days.
Okay.
Focus on those things. But thanks for being open and transparent about that, because you're
Oh,
not the
no.
only one.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right.
The young said she could relate. Let's talk, please. I would love to have some support and just a friend to reach out to so we can support each other.
Absolutely. All right, Orlando,
What's up, everyone?
what's up?
Yeah, so that 90-day challenge Chasten just told you about, I've been doing it and I don't hit a lot of them, but it's really exposed what I need to be doing. And so what I want to do better at is my prospecting. And what I've been doing really good at is social media marketing, branding. I have probably 3 to 5 leads a week reach out to me. And that's done. I've been good at that, but also what I've been good at is servicing those leads.
But may I ask you, what are you using to market on social media? Like that's even a system that I need to learn. Is it Canva or?
I would, yeah, Canva is great. I do use Canva, but I wouldn't even think about it like that. I would just start making connections with people on your friends page.
Okay.
Just connecting with your friends, and it's just like prospecting. I mean, I am calling people kind of when I comment on their status, and they're getting
Okay.
back to me, and they actually feel more comfortable connecting with me on their status rather than me cold calling them.
Okay.
But what I wish I could do better at is trying to service these leads. It's kind of hard when you create a brand online and now you have to keep up with it by yourself. So
Right.
I'm trying to service these clients that I have, and it kind of keeps me from prospecting for more. So right now, what's your schedule like in your career?
So I have a normal 8 to 5.
So time blocking has been really big for me. I'm still practicing it. I'm not as good as that, but I think once I get that time blocking down, I will be making those prospecting calls for more business. So find, like what Jason said, find maybe 2 to 3 hours, 3 times a week that you're going to be able to just focus on lead generation.
Okay.
Yeah. And that will make you feel like you're doing something and getting something done, because I've been in your shoes.
Okay. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So everything Chasten's providing is going to make you feel like you're a real estate agent.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, I did get one under contract yesterday. I'm waiting on
Nice.
2. I'm waiting on 2 agents to reach out about 2 other offers I wrote, but it's been impossible getting offers accepted. So I was really happy about that one yesterday.
Nice. Yeah. We were just talking about that earlier. Daniel was talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. So even when you find the client, find the lead, and get them to a house and go on all these showings, now you have to get an offer accepted. So hang in there.
Yeah. I'll tell y'all something that I did this weekend, because I was visiting builders and I was seeing people come out of the builders, after the builder rep would tell them that, yeah, we have a wait list of 50 people. We have a wait list of 40 people. I just roll up and talk to those people. Hey, is anybody helping you through this process, or are you just showing up to new build communities? And surprisingly, like, so many of them were almost begging for help, like, we've been at this for so long. We didn't think that we needed a realtor for new construction and this and that, and forthcoming with all of their information. Yes, please, can you help? Like, essentially take my money, just because of how it is lately.
When you work with builders, Chasten, do you negotiate with those builders like a finder fee, or how you get paid your commission?
Yeah, no, I negotiate at least the normal 3% commission.
Because I noticed like with Pulte Homes or like those big builders, they just tell me, come on in, this is what we'll pay you, 3%. But then I'm trying to find a builder for some clients that's more of a custom builder. And I realized that there's not just some set commission with him. He's going to negotiate with me on what he would offer.
Yeah, and you can do that with custom builders, which is an advantage because a lot of the bigger box builders, they have their stuff all set. But with those customs, yeah, I mean 4%, whatever, is kind of 4 to 5 is kind of the standard. But yeah, tell them that, I mean, even if you want to get on a sliding scale, like let's just say that they start at 2, say, hey, how about we make this first one 4, we can make the second one 3, and then go down, and you kind of guarantee, well, I don't want to say guarantee or promise, but get them hopeful of you bringing them more business in the future.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep. All right. Let's go over to Carol. Are you on the phone? Are you available? I think she's on the phone. Sonia,
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm doing good, doing
Good.
good. I have a buyer right now that I'm working with.
Look at
and
you
so that's
already.
great. She works with my husband. I just kind of met her through a work function of his. It's a little frustrating because I can't get in front of her. She keeps just like passing information through my husband, and I'm like keep texting and calling her and emailing her and be like, can we get together? Because I have like more questions than just one. So that's a little frustrating. She got pre-approved though for an amount lower than what she thought, but I think that she wants a first, like she wanted a ranch style, because she didn't want a stairs, but I think I can get her into a first floor condo. I don't think that she can find a house for what she's got around here, but I think I could find her a condo. So it's a little frustrating trying to get in front of her, but that's what I'm working on.
Okay. What's something that you feel like you've been doing well lately?
I feel like that calling my sphere of influence has been really much better than I thought it would be. I was a little scared to call everybody. I really was. And so I've been calling people, and it's surprising me how many people immediately say, oh my goodness, I have been thinking about you and wondering what you are doing. And that's because I work, my full-time job is working a box office, and there are no tickets to sell. So they are wondering if I got laid off. So I was on people's mind. They want to know what I was doing, which was a really good lead in to saying, hey, I'm still there, but I'm doing real estate now. And then they're like, oh, that's great. I know somebody, I'm going to talk to them. And so it was really surprising. So it's going good.
I think it kind of happened exactly how we said it was going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Just following the process.
Exactly. And I'm working on getting Facebook ads and stuff set up so I can do some online lead generation too, because I can only call people so many hours a day, and because I've got this other job. But I'm trying to get something going that I can that can continue to work for me while I'm not messing with it right that second. So
right.
That's my plan, is keep calling people and then try to do some online stuff too.
Well, you're getting that traction going, so great job with that.
All right, thank you.
Everybody keeps jumbling up, so I'm just going the best I can to the next one. Verilyn.
Good morning. Good morning to
morning.
everyone.
How you doing?
How's everyone doing out there?
Good. How are you?
Things are getting better. We're kind of thawed out over here now.
Oh yeah.
So things are a lot better. I have some good news. I I got my first rental agreement
Nice.
done.
Congrats.
Yeah. So I think I started January the 28th
Mm-hmm.
with the group,
Yep.
and I got
Alright.
my first one. So I'm excited. I am so excited. I really am. I really am.
Good.
So that is working out. That worked out very well. They were out of town, and the town that did not do very much working with
Real estate.
locators.
Okay.
So I happened to stumble upon a very nice gentleman that was willing to talk to his owner about working with a locator. And it worked out well. So I was so excited, so excited. And so I got all my paperwork, got just about all my paperwork done, looked up the W-9 because I know I need to send a W-9, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I did that. But what I have to do, I have to set up the invoicing so I can send him an invoice. But he's already sent me the confirmation letter agreeing on my commission.
Nice. Yeah, see, so that goes to show pretty much what we talked about last week with these companies. Most stuff is not set in stone. And
Right.
it's like you gotta ask them and then makes it so exactly.
Yeah, so I'm learning. So that worked out well. But I'm glad the first one, he was quite a very nice guy to talk to and to work with. And he looked like he was eager to get his numbers up. So
Good.
and I was eager to get mine up too. So that worked out very well. And I have, now that the weather's a little bit better here, I could walk and knock on 2 or 3 doors that of people that are very close to me that I know, been knowing for the last 20 years. And because come to find out they're moving. So I haven't, and right around the time I started talking with one of the guys, he said his aunt and his 2 aunts are going to move too. So I haven't been able to get to them because of the ice and the snow. But looks like good weather today. So I think I'm gonna go over and knock on the door and just get familiar with them all over again.
Yep. Awesome. Good job.
So that's working fine, and trying to stick to the time blocking. Yeah.
It's a struggle.
I'm working. It's a little challenging for me.
I know it.
But I'm pretty sure I'll get it down. I'm just trying to chip at it a little bit more every week, get better every week.
Yep.
So I'm all excited. I am excited.
Good. I'm excited for you. Congrats on your successes. And it's just little wins day by day,
Yes.
We just get better day by day.
Yes. So
awesome.
Thanks for everything. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. Rosemary, you're up.
All right. Hi, greetings, everyone. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So, last week I told everyone that, I was going to hold, hoping you guys would hold me accountable for, some of my block scheduling. It was my first week to do block scheduling, and I did okay. I definitely won't say that I did great, but I was able to accomplish some good things. As far as how I'm establishing my real estate business, I intend to do business in 2 separate markets. And so, that's kind of added a little bit to more of my own personal complexities and jumping into everything. One thing I will say is, Vicki, I feel you on the whole processes thing, and, hopefully we can connect and support each other along the way. But, one thing I'm just finding that works well for me is just kind of throwing myself out there as much as possible and just kind of keep, just kind of continuing to build momentum. But as far as block scheduling, everything went well. I started the week off volunteering out in Austin, giving out a few cases of water to a few affordable housing communities in Austin. I was also able to take a new headshot and go ahead and order some signs and some marketing material. So I'm super excited to, have that on the way. I went ahead and also posted, and this is the first time I've done it, posted an official announcement to my sphere of influence to let everyone know that I'm officially licensed and, where I'll be doing business. So that was exciting. I've had great feedback so far. Last week, I also began my calls to my sphere, which has resulted in 2 listings. I'm super excited. They are family properties. So I intend to begin on working on at least one of those March the 13th. It is in Southeast Texas, so I'll be traveling and spending a little bit of time out in that area. I also reconnected with a friend, an acquaintance and an investor out in the area. So, and he's actually based out in Austin. So just he's asked me to keep my eyes out for properties in the area. So happy to connect with him. And that's basically it. I have a lot of things that I still need to do and, a lot to still learn. Some of the things that are on my list that I need to learn about and kind of get out there and start doing is I need to kind of connect with some local title companies, some mortgage companies. I need to really connect with some builders out in my area. And I guess I could say that's probably what I need to improve on. So that was my working well and improve on, and you'll get my success journal for this coming Sunday. And that's it. Hope everybody has a great week.
Awesome, but look, we're not just gonna let you skim over. You called your sphere and got 2 listings. That's freaking awesome. That is a great job with that. That one simple activity. There we see, same thing, and it's gonna start feeling like a hammer hitting the nail for some of you all, but it's literally just that. Great job getting those two listings. That's a major accomplishment, especially for this stage in the game. So yeah,
Super
go ahead
excited.
and
Thank you.
start
Look forward
learning
to
all that stuff.
Learning from all of you too. Thanks.
Yep. All right, Carol, what's up? That mute button. I love watching people try to unmute. You want us to come back to you? We'll just come back to you, Carol. I think you're still muted. Okay. Let's hop down to Calvin.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. So far last week, still working on a couple. I reached out to my aunt and actually my aunt reached out to me, and there's a property that she has a tenant in, and I literally was just texting the tenant now to see if I can get in. In Illinois, we got a lot of laws in place right now that's protecting a lot of tenants. And I mean, even when they get back, there's a huge backlog. But it's essentially it's kind of tough right now for multi-units or properties that people are trying to sell with tenants in them. So essentially, a lot of people are doing cash for keys, and a lot of people aren't even really being communicative, between them and the landlord. So that's a whole other issue. And my aunt is one of those people, but she wants to sell that property, so working on that. Still making my Red X calls Monday through Friday. Nothing new from that. Just a lot of follow-up. Did get 3 pre-approvals. I got a final walkthrough today as well. That's pretty much it.
Awesome, and great talk with y'all last week. Calvin, I sent your wife that flyer because she was wondering about the team trip. And so
Yeah.
I sent her the flyer that we use. It's just a basic flyer, a normal flyer. I'm not sure if you saw it yet, but great job with all of that.
Thank you. Actually, we because of that conversation, we put some sales incentives in place that we literally just announced to the team about an hour ago. So they're excited about that. So yeah, thanks for letting us know about that.
Nice, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sabrina.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. So, what's going on? So right now I'm working with 2 first-time home buyers. I scheduled a conference with them and the lender the end of this week. So hopefully that goes good. I have a showing this week with an investor. And other than that, most of my, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Most of my leads come through my social media. I've been doing good with getting them. They haven't been too solid. You know, most of them are renters. So sometimes they could be a little flaky with me. So I'm just doing my follow-ups with that. But what I need to get better with is cold calling. I am with RedX, and I try to do it at least 2 hours, at least Tuesday through Saturday. I haven't been getting too much response with that, but I'm still trying with that. But other than that, I'm doing a bunch of follow-ups and a bunch of calls and
Yep.
everything.
You're doing the job of a real estate agent.
Yeah, you know, it almost seemed like, you know, like, should I be doing more, you know, but it's a little exhausting, especially when you're doing a bunch of cold calling and you get a bunch of hangups. And, you know, I love when someone answers the phone and you ask for the person and they pause for a minute and say, you have the wrong number, and you know in your head, you know, so.
I do that.
But I'm keeping up with it, and I'm doing a lot of posting on my social media. I did create a TikTok, and I actually got a couple leads from them from TikTok as well, which is surprising because I'm not really big on social media, but I'm trying to put myself out there more. Yeah. So and I've been doing the mailers for the last, I want to say, month. So I haven't received any feedback from that yet, but I'm still hopeful.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And here's the magic, or here's the big secret in this business to success, because a lot of people think like, okay, we got to add more. When in actuality, the biggest difficulty in this business is being consistent. Being consistent with those set of core actions that do bring business. You know, I mean, honestly, I could build a whole business from the ground up just using my phone, literally just using my phone. Now, of course, there's all these other shiny objects out there, but at the core of it, do what's working, but just do it consistently. Don't stop. Don't feel like you need to go searching for something else. Don't feel like you got to add another layer. Just stay on it, and it's going to continue to give you consistent results.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind, because it always feel like I need to be doing so much more, you know. But you know, right now I'm good with being with, you know, the follow-ups and all of that. I do have to get better with time blocking, definitely that. But everything is a work in progress. But I think I'm just always on edge, feeling like I should be doing a whole lot more. Because I'm not seeing the results that I want to see.
Yep. You all want to know why time blocking is so difficult? Because it is the ultimate test of consistency and discipline.
Yes.
It's the ultimate test of consistency and discipline. Are you disciplined enough to follow this schedule? And can you be consistent doing these same actions day in and day out? And it's the ultimate test, you know, and where we start to beat ourselves up is we start feeling like we failed that test, because you literally see what the answers are right in front of you, and you know you're still missing them. You're still missing the mark, still off the ball. So, you know, it takes practice, it takes studying, but it is the ultimate test of consistency and discipline. And when you master that time blocking, you know that you are disciplined enough in this business. You're ready for it. You're ready for the big deals, for handling 20, 30 deals a month, because you have that discipline. I know, sounds like a lot.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely working towards it, you know, so I try not to beat myself up too much, but I think it's just, you know, natural. So, but,
Awesome. I'm proud of you. All right, Jessica.
Thank you.
We can't hear you if you're talking. I know you're off mute, but can't hear anything. You there? All right, we will come back to you, Jessica. Oh, it's just really choppy. It's just really choppy. So let's go over to Tom. What is that?
Can you hear me?
Tom?
I'm afraid to interrupt.
You're good. Her signal's bad.
All right, so I have a buyer that I reached out to weeks ago that finally got back to me this weekend. And then I got another one this morning, and they both came in through Facebook ads. And that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
Okay, so what's your plan with the buyers?
So one came in and she wanted a roughly 500,000 home in the Roseville area. It's a suburb of Sacramento in California. So I reached out to her, sent her some listings. There isn't a lot out here as far as inventory. Things come and go really fast right now. So sent her some more this morning that just came on the market, waiting for a response. Then the other buyer that came in this morning is looking for homes in Folsom, and she's also in the $500,000 range. And I sent her the listings, but I have yet to get a response. So I like to wait a little bit when I contact them through texting, and then after business hours between 4 and 6, that's when I start calling people, because I assume they'll be home and not busy.
Okay. All right. Well, let us know if you need any help with them, but great job getting those. All right. What I want to do right quick is go through a seller call script. And I'm not a big fan of scripting as far as, word for word scripting. Carol, you okay over there? Oh no, did something go down? She's still on the phone, but I'm not a big fan of word for word scripting, but I do always have to have a flow. I always have to have a direction to know where I'm going, to know what result I want from it, especially when we are doing the oh my gosh, I'm getting concerned. Sorry. Carol, you all right? I'm gonna send her a message right quick. Especially when we are going to doing these seller calls, trying to get listings, trying to make that happen. You have to have a direction for your call. You have to have a flow for it, or you're gonna sound like you don't know what you're talking about. Now, there are just some simple things that we do here on the team to keep that flow going, because one common thing around agents are, what do I say next? What do I say next? What do I say next? What if they say this? Then what do I say?
Sorry guys, I'm back.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure you were all right. You look like you were having a moment.
Some people like to overshare. There's just things I don't need to know.
Okay. And that can make cold calling or trying to set an appointment so cloudy when you're always worried about what to say next, or what if they say this, how do I respond to this? And it throws all sales calls off the wagon, literally, because you're so focused on what to say next that you're not listening to what they're actually saying to you. Now, when we're doing these seller calls, there's only 6 things that we need to really focus on. And then we go in for the close. Okay, no matter what they say, no matter what they start to trying to ask me, I always give a quick answer and then I get back to my questions. Okay, because I need to figure out, for one, if is this the right person for me? Secondly, are they closable? Can I even close this person? Meaning, are they even in the right mind frame to get a deal done, or are they just going to waste my time? Okay, so I'm going to switch my screen here to give you my called flow.
And I'm sorry I missed this. Is this for your cold calling?
Yeah, for seller calls. Seller calls. So whether they want to be cold, whether they are from an appointment, cold calls tend to be a little bit more aggressive, but if you're getting referrals, this is great for it. So I just break the acronym up, called. Okay. So the first thing we need to start with is their current situation. All right. Now I'm going to give you the agent's perspective from this and what you need to be gathering and listening for with these calls. Okay. Current situation. The simple question is, when would you like to sell your property? That's going to tell you a few things. You know, are they in a rush to sell? Do they want to sell right now? Are they just trying to get values? Are they serious about it? When would you like to sell your property? Because as an agent, you need to be listening to see if they're telling you something like within the next 30 to 60 days, or if they're saying as soon as possible, or if they're saying within the next year or two. I'm just trying to get a sense of what the market's doing. First off, I don't believe that anybody who's entertaining a seller call is trying to just get a sense of what the market is doing. They already know what the market's doing. Okay. They're just trying to find the right agent to do the job. But you need to know what their current situation is. You as a salesperson are going to use this to your advantage when you are going to close this person. Because when you are closing, you're going to be closing to their motivation. Okay. And that motivation when selling is their current situation. This can come in a variety of ways. Oh, the kids moved out. This house is too big. Or, oh, the taxes are getting too high. Or, you know, whatever. We're going to be foreclosed on. But everybody has a situation. Everybody has a situation. You as an agent, you need to know how to dissect what they're saying to get to the bottom line, to get to that end result. I'm just looking. There's still another situation behind there. Okay. Why are you just looking? One thing about me is I will ask why all day and night. I will ask why, and you don't even know that I'm asking you why. But I need to keep digging until we get to that real situation that you have. Okay. The next thing, and these are not in the right order, but obviously, because you're not going to close for that appointment just so soon. But how does tomorrow at 2 p.m. sound? Okay. When you are going in to close for an appointment, have your date and time. Have that appointment within the next 48 hours, preferably 24, but have that date and time. Now, if that time doesn't work with them, then go back and forth. But you need to keep in control with these calls. The shifts happen so quickly, and most people don't even realize that they are happening, to where now you have this seller on the phone driving the car when you as the agent needs to be driving this conversation and driving this appointment. It's going to keep everything in line once you get to that appointment. You will remain in control. So how does tomorrow at 2 p.m. sound? Oh, it doesn't really work for me. So obviously, think about this. 2 p.m. is during the daytime, right? Okay. If they say 2 p.m. doesn't work, I'm going to assume that they're probably working. They're most likely going to tell me why it doesn't work. Then I will automatically default, okay, how about 6:30? I have that open. Okay. Or 2 p.m. A little too late because I got to pick up my kids at 3. Oh, well, that might signal to me that they could have their daytime available. So what about tomorrow at 11 a.m.? Think about that. Listen at what they're saying, right? And make it make sense. Like sometimes with these calls, we try to overcomplicate them so much that you forget just common sense stuff. Okay. And I don't want that to happen to you. Just think normal people. Like most times these people, they don't know what we're doing. They don't know what script we're using. They don't know where we're headed. They're not thinking as deep as we are. And what ends up derailing these conversations is you're thinking too deep on it. You're just having a conversation with a normal person. Next, love. If the numbers make sense to you, you fall in love with our marketing, would you be ready to move forward? This is a question that's setting you up for your appointment. The numbers and the marketing. We're pushing their mind to just those two areas, the numbers and the marketing. So if the numbers make sense and our marketing looks good, would you be ready to move forward? Also, what I'm doing is I'm disqualifying anything else, or I'm either going to find out if there's something there. Oh, well, yeah, that sounds good, but I would need my wife to sign off on it too. All right, so now we know we need to make sure that wife is at the appointment. Okay, that question is going to tell you that. Oh, well, this property is in me and my sister's names, or me and my siblings. All right, now we know who all needs to be there, because you don't want to have to do this same presentation 5 different times. This is another qualifying question. It's going to let you know if there's something else there that could be throwing your clothes off. Next, location. This is getting them to look into the future. Where would you like to move to? Okay, location. Where would you like to move to? What does it look like? All that fun little stuff, but it's getting them to look into the future, getting them to think about where they're going to be when they sell this property, what their life is going to be like. Equity. You're a true professional when you can boldly ask this question. Okay, how much money do you still owe on the property? How much money do you still owe? Oh, but Chasen, I'm scared to ask that. Well, you don't deserve this listing. You need to be professional enough to be on your game so hard that you will ask somebody how much money they still owe on the property. And if they tell you, I'm telling you, you're getting so close to that close, man, you are getting so close. That listing is about to be yours. They trust you with that information. Okay. Have you thought about what you like to get for the property? Are they living in reality, or are they living in la la land? Here's one thing about listing appointments, right? I already told you we're dealing with kind of untrained people who don't know a lot. If they're interviewing multiple agents, whatever agent tells them the highest price or tells them as close to what they're looking for is most likely going to get that listing. They can be off. They can have marketing that sucks because they don't know how to convey the value of the property the right way. They're just going to say a number that the seller wants to hear, and then in their mind, they just start seeing dollar signs. Okay, get that number up front. So that way, you know, when you run your comps, if they're way off, if they're somewhat near it, if you're going to have that conversation about, hey, we need to list at a lower price, and here's why, or here's what's going to happen if we don't. You want this result, so here's what we have to do. Set yourself up for success with that question. Know what they still own the property. So that way you can know if your numbers will even make sense. Can they even work with you? This is gonna cut them too close. They're gonna already ask me to cut my commission. I can already see it coming. You're predicting this stuff before you even get in there. Okay, this is qualifying them on this call. And then details. Let me confirm the information you've given me. This is letting them know that you've been listening. You've heard everything that they've said. You're a true professional. You're not BSing around. You're not just saying what has to be said to get this appointment. This is serious business for you. That's why I'm going over the details. I'm not just going over your email address and your phone number and what time our appointment is at. No, I'm going over everything that we've talked about. You know that I'm listening, and you know that I'm going to come in there correct. Okay, this is your qualifying script for sellers. Now, how you say it, how you go about it, what words you use, put your flavor on it. Put your flavor on it. Be your normal self talk the right way that you would normally talk, but you don't need to do that word for word. So now that you are scrambling, oh, they just said this, I have to find out what to say after that. Here's one thing about using scripts and using these call flows. A question is always the solution. Your goal, you want to get them talking as much as possible, as much as possible. This isn't your opportunity to sit there and tell them how great you are and what you're going to do to sell their property over all the other agents. Get them talking so much that they don't want to give that same talk to anybody else. I've shared so much with this person. I feel like we have this whole trust thing going on. I feel like they're damn near my agents. Just get them talking. It's going to build rapport. It's going to make them feel like they want to meet you because now they've overshared. But get them talking. A rule that we follow here on the team is the 90-10 rule. They talk 90% of the time. You only talk 10. And with that 10%, 7% of it is going to be asking questions. Okay? Your job on this phone call isn't to do your listing presentation. It's to get an appointment. Your job is just to get that appointment because most of you, when you get in front of them, you're going to close them. They're going to fall in love with your personality, hopefully. They're going to see that you're a true professional. You're going to be able to close them, but you have a hard time getting that appointment. Think about this. If you say something on that phone, oh, yeah, I think I can sell your property for such and such, and they've already spoken with another agent that's told him $5,000 more, then they start putting those blockers on. Okay, but you haven't even had a chance to explain why. They've already checked you out. They already know that you're not the one. That's why we keep them talking. We keep them talking. We get a full understanding of this based on that called flow, and we close for that appointment. What happens if they don't want to meet with you? What happens if they say no? Guess what we do? We start asking more questions.
Ask again.
Yep. We start asking more questions.
I just ask it a different way. I ask a minimum of 5 times.
See, there you go. Same thing. This is what works. Okay. This is what works over and over and over and over again. All right. So since you all are doing calls, and let me see how much time we got. Okay. I'll run through the other one right quick for buyers. I won't take as long, but I will definitely go back over it again next week. But I'm gonna run through the one for buyers. It's called LP Mama. What we call it. Share my screen. Which one is buyers? There we go. Okay. Buyer calls: location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, and appointment. Okay. Now, the reason why we use these acronyms here on the team is just because they're easy to remember. If you think of LP Mama, location, price, motivation, mortgage, agent, they're easy to remember. So location, where would you be moving to? What price range are you looking in? When would you move? Are you working with a real estate professional to assist you? Are you planning on using cash or a loan? How does tomorrow at 2 p.m. sound? It does the same thing that the seller side does. You as the agent, okay? You as the agent need to be able to know how to read through this stuff. When I'm on the phone or when I'm in front of somebody, I'm not just listening to them tell me, oh, we want a 3-bedroom house, because there's something more to that, okay? When I ask them, when would you move, or when would you like to move, all that, and they say 6 months or 3 months, I know that there's a reason why it's 6 months or 3 months. I'm not just writing it down on their little questionnaire, on their little qualification sheet. Okay, 3 to 6 months. Okay, great. I should have that check by, no, I'm not doing that. I know that there's a reason why it's 3 to 6 months. So now I need to go deeper and find that out. One thing about closing, like I said, you're closing to their motivation. Okay. I'll give y'all some of our closing techniques next week, but you got to go deeper with these calls. Like, don't just let it be surface, because there's always some reason for the answer that they're giving you. Even how many bedrooms do you want? Oh, 3 bedrooms. Why do you want 3 bedrooms? Oh, well, we have a daughter and then we have a newborn coming. Great. Okay. But you went deeper with that. Okay. Think about when you're in the property and you only find 2 bedrooms in their, I mean, when you get them pre-qualified, then you only find 2 bedrooms in their price point. Well, do you know why they truly needed a 2 bedroom, or could a 3 bedroom, or could a 2 bedroom possibly work for them? How are you going to sell to them a 2 bedroom knowing what you know? All right. And it's going to come over different in their eyes because you're using that information that they gave you versus them thinking, Chasen, you're just not a good realtor because you keep showing me 2 bedrooms, saying that that's all I can afford when you know I want a 3 bedroom. There's a difference there, and we'll go into this stuff more in the coming weeks. But I wanted to give y'all those right now because I know that you are making calls and reaching out to people. So that's the flow you can follow, and all this stuff is already in Power Unit. But that's how you can do them. Any questions? Carol, how you doing over there?
I'm doing good. I've had a morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm doing good because fast version. I pushed the envelope on a listing that I put up. And I mean, I pushed the envelope. I listed 10 grand above everything in the area, accepted an offer 10 grand higher than that, and just had that shit come back appraised at full value. No repairs necessary. My seller is doing the goddamn jig. Okay. So I had that happen today. So that's one of my closings for Friday. My second closing for Friday, I just got a confirmation email from the attorney, and that's going to go down. So Friday, I got 2 closings for over 700,000. I'm super stoked and pumped for that. On your note that you just said, I had a lady that I had called an expired listing, and she's like, yeah, I'm not ready to sell yet for a couple months. And I did dig a little deeper. She said she had a couple of repairs she had to get done. So I have personally found the word consultation is so much more palatable when setting an appointment than saying setting an appointment. So I'm like, well, have you had a consultation with anybody yet? Answer was no. Of course, I set the appointment. I go over there. Guess what she was holding herself up for? Because she needed to caulk around the sink in her bathroom. So I said, well, you ain't got to pay nobody for that because I'm going to come caulk it for you when I come. Legit, right? Yeah. So I said, when I come with the photographer for your listing photos, I'll caulk that for you. She was like, you would do that? I said, yeah, listed it at 6%. And that shit is now under contract. And we're out looking for her new place where she's going to live, because the way I overcame the objection about where she's going to go is I told her she was going to go into an Airbnb so we could sell her house for top dollar and not have a contingency on her purchase. So she's like, that's a fantastic idea. So wrapped it all up with a bow and caulked her bathroom for her. So that's going to close this month. I'm working on that. I had 3 lunch and learns last week in 3 different states. So it was a lot of drive time last week. Always fun when Brian Casella comes to town. So I have some new agents in the pipeline. That's good. Still got over 800 cold calls in last week, even though I lost all day Friday because of technical difficulties. So I ended up on the phones on a Saturday. Then I get up today feeling still like I'm off my par from last week. Did 271 cold calls today, got 2 seller leads. I think that's everything. Oh, and look, my beautiful credenza is in.
Look at that credenza.
Brian Casella carried that for me.
Good. He's a great person.
I told them guys, I said, you're going to be in town. I bought this credenza. It is crazy heavy. It took 4 men to carry that thing in here.
Oh, no.
I can't even believe how heavy it is. but it's here and it's beautiful. And so that was my week in review. Oh, and remember last week when I was like, I feel like I need more buyers. That was a buyer client I was on the phone with a little while ago. Don't worry, I cured myself of that shit.
Good.
Okay, fast version. I'm sorry I
Isaac.
missed everybody else's week. I hope everybody had a good week. Congratulations for all your wins. I'm sorry I missed them.
You're good. Isaac, did you have a question or something?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh yes. Today is kind of like day one, kind of like my second chance at this real estate career. What words would you tell me, like whenever you were in the same shoes as I was? What would you tell me that no one had ever told you, in order like to move forward and never make the same mistakes again, like build consistency and like just, I don't know, just some wise
What would
words,
I
I
tell
guess.
myself, or what would I
Yes.
tell you? Don't try to
Yeah.
reinvent the wheel.
Okay. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and just basically follow what I'm being told to do.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Hey
And
guys,
Alright.
does the 90 challenge tell me who I'm supposed to be calling? 'Cause at this point, I'm kind of over my sphere. They
I'm
all
not
need
over
credit.
your sphere.
I am, because I feel like they're not prepared to buy. And even I'm not a credit counselor. I mean,
Do you feel like that, or they told you that?
well, I've had 2 potential buyers, but we had issues with getting qualified. So it's like I need to find people who are prepared to buy or sell.
Do me a favor. Read that guy word for word, and
Okay.
then schedule a consultation on my calendar. I'm gonna send you the link.
Am I that bad that I need one-on-one? A one-on-one?
A
Well,
consultation.
well, I didn't mean to say. I don't know why I said consultation because of Kira. But no, I
More
want you.
palatable.
Yeah, right. I want you to read it word for word first, and then and then I want to answer that question after you've read it.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else before we hop off?
Question, Chasten.
Yep.
I hate to fill in your schedule, but
No, you're
I
good.
have a new agent who just got licensed, and I'm getting them started with EXP.
Mhm.
And I also have some goals I sent you. My cap restarted today.
Okay.
So I have some big goals for this year, and I was wondering if I could set an appointment with you too and just see what you would be doing in my shoes.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
have a question about capping.
Uh-huh.
So I'm getting ready to cap.
Uh-huh.
So I have 2 transactions that are getting ready to close. With the one transaction is going to eat up most of the cap, but there's going to be $500 left. The second transaction, will they take the full 20%, or are they just going to take the 500 and cap me?
No, they're gonna stop it. So they'll prorate or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I cap.
Nice.
Ooh, mama. And mama's got some closings after that scheduled.
Lovely. Awesome, y'all. All right. Well, and anybody who's gonna schedule on my calendar, don't do it for today, please. So at least give me like a 24-hour heads up. All right. I will talk to y'all next week, okay? Bye.